What's up, guys? This is a good article by Dave Hodges. I like his articles. He knows how to put stuff together, like two and two. But documents showing foreign troops to run FEMA camps complete with cemeteries and crematoriums. Look at this. This is their own stuff. FEMA camps are slave labor camps. As was the case with the Nazis, slave labor will be part of the landscape as evidenced by the following Army document. Appendix J, J20FM, 339, 40, 12, or 12 February 2010, J67. Commanders must organize and manage detainees in such a manner as to permit the proper and ready employment of each detainee. You get that? You see that? Commanders must organize and manage detainees in such a manner as to permit the proper and ready employment of each detainee. Prisoners. Establish and maintain a current occupational skill record for each detainee, including new skills as they are acquired, assigning individual detainees to a work detail or job on a regular or permanent basis. Establishing vocational training projects, encouraging detainees to study and develop needed skills for maximum possible labor considerations. Right in front of your face, man. J68. Detainees' labor may be used to perform the following: camp administration and installation maintenance, agriculture, public works, public utilities, building operations that have no military character or purpose, transportation and handling of stores that are not military in nature or purpose. Bam. I tell you what, man. Just reading this stuff. Internment and resettlement operations PDF. The following passage speaks of Army deals with the subject of death. 569, when a detainee in U.S. custody dies. Now, how would they die? The attending medical officer immediately furnished the detention facility commander or hospital commander. They will get the detainee's full name, an ISN number, capture tag. Bam. You see that? Detainee's ISN / capture tag, mandatory number. Capture. Date, place, circumstance of detainee's death. Initial assessment whether the detainee's death was or was not the result of deceased. Man, there you go. I tell you what, the Office of the Armed Forces are responsible for completing a final DD form, blah, blah, blah. It's what they are not saying that is worrisome, and it's what they are not saying. For the manual, which spells out in detail every possible consideration how detainees will be handled, they omit the disposal of dead bodies. Will there be a military regulation that nobody can drop dead in the camp of a heart attack, or is this? I can only come to conclusion most of the deaths associated with the detainees will not occur at the facility itself, and this explains why the Army is seemingly unconcerned with this issue. I'm telling you, I'm writing because there's a new Amtrak maintenance facility a few blocks from the home. I've lived it the past 30 years, and something seems strange about it. And I was wondering if you have heard from other listeners in my area regarding the facility. I would like to keep this short, so I won't list all the strange things here. But I'll ask you, can you think of any reason an Amtrak maintenance facility would need to annex an entire cemetery, including a crematorium that is adjacent to it? This is the only cemetery in Stockton that has been there for over 100 years. All my family members have buried this. If you enter so-and-so address, you can see Stockton Cemetery. Boy, that is something to think about. The above is reminiscent of the photo that was taken nearly 3 years ago. I tell you. Training foreigners to take over the camps. The appendix addresses aspects of developing confinement officers in other countries. For the purpose of this appendix, the terms foreign and HN confinement officer are synonymous. I tell you, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Soldiers and Marines who are assigned training missions receive a course of preparation to deal with the specific requirements of developing the target confinement officers, foreign detention officers. Why is it going to be foreign? Because the foreigners ain't going to give a crap about us, unlike Americans would. Not that saying they would either, but the course should emphasize the cultural background introduced to the language. There you go, man. You got to read this. Conclusion: no legitimate process to deal with bodies, training the foreign assets to assume control of the camps. Man, I'll tell you, this is a pretty deep article. Documents showing foreign troops run FEMA camps complete with cemeteries and crematoriums.